everybody. As you know, I'm Colleen Kelly, and this is Round Trip with Colleen Kelly, your go-to podcast for unforgettable travel adventures, stories, tips, and all the things that you've been thinking about in terms of travel. Today, we're talking to Steve Guilday. He's the director of travel for AARP, and I'm very excited because I'm a huge member of AARP. I carry the card, everybody, and there's a ton of discounts out there that I want you to know about. So excited to talk to him today and everything going on with bucket list travel at AARP. Well, everybody, I am here today with a new guest, but not a new company that I have actually been a member of for many years, AARP. And we're here with Steve Guilday. He's the director of travel at AARP Services. And he's going to tell us a little bit about sharing and budgeting tips to help your viewers plan your once in a lifetime excursion. So thanks for being on the show, Steve. We really appreciate it. And, I'm a huge fan of AARP, as you know.
Glad to be with you.
Yeah, I'm a full card carrying member. And I get all the discounts. So yeah,
The
love it.
the travel discounts and the discounts out in the marketplace that we have for our members is one of the primary reasons that people join. So glad to count you among them.
I am one of those many proud card carrying members, as I mentioned. So for people that don't know ARP, and obviously most of us do, can you explain what ARP is and then how also you work in the travel sector to help people find deals and so forth?
For sure. So AARP is a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that advocates for the health, well-being, financial resilience of older Americans, so folks 50 and above. And we do that in a variety of ways, whether you think of it as traditional hill lobbying, or as you mentioned, out there in the commercial marketplace, finding ways for our members to save a dollar, because you don't want to do that these days. So the publications that we create are high quality. The AARP, the magazine, is apparently the most read magazine in the country. We provide a lot of just information and education and entertainment to people. But in my personal capacity, the travel discounts that we're able to pull forward for our members are tremendous.
Well, first of all, I get the magazine both digitally and physically, and there's always some really cool celeb on the front. So I love that. But you know me, I'm involved with travel, and I love the fact that you can give discounts. Plus, you do a lot of surveys of Americans and older Americans, asking them what they're looking for. And I know the one big thing that I saw that Art did, which was a travel survey that included 40%. 44% of respondents, they are all eyeing a trip outside the USA and looking for that bucket trip travel. Why is that?
So I think people, perhaps it's an impact that's from the pandemic, let's say, and the idea that, wow, we have this notion in our head that we're going to do a once in a lifetime trip, whether it's a list trip, or whether it's something on the simple end of the spectrum, but something we've always wanted to do. You don't know what the future is going to hold. So we really want to encourage people to find a way to do that. And I think our role in that is helping people save along the way. So we're happy to provide travel inspiration, information, education. But at the end of the day, if we can help people save a bit on each component of that trip they're taking, what a great place to be.
So I'm one of those people. As I said, I am a member, but I am always looking to save somewhere and cut somewhere and find those discounts. It's kind of fun too to look for those discounts
Sure.
personally for me. But I that's what I love about art is that you do look for that for people so that they don't have to find it themselves. But also you're mentioning like as we get older, we are realizing that we do need to take that bucket list trip. We don't know what's going to happen. We see family and friends that maybe can't travel, and you got to do it now. So, what are some of those trends that 50 plus travelers are looking to do for that bucket list?
So there's a lot in there, right? And you're absolutely correct. So we do that survey and release it every spring. And in the 2025 version, 44% of respondents that have an intention to travel told us they wanted to do it internationally. That's a big leap from 37% the year before. So I think people have a greater comfort level now than they did in years past, saying, we're going to prioritize this portion of our lives. Respondents also tell us that travel is important to their health and to their well-being and to their overall lives. It's such an enriching thing for us to do, right? And I think that we here at AARP want to be encouraging of that and find ways to make sure the trip that they want to. And a bucket list trip can mean a lot different things to everyone, right? It could be an African safari to one person and perhaps a simple weekend road trip to wine country for another. We want to help serve those members in whatever way they envision a bucket list or a simple trip to be. And so if we can help them save on a rental car with Avis Budget, or if we can help them save on a hotel with Wyndham, a train trip, I mean, you name it, we want to be there in the marketplace. And you said it exactly correctly. We go out and we survey people to understand, well, what are your needs and what are your hopes and what are your wants? And then we then do the hard work of going out to the travel suppliers to say, all right, well, here's a way you can save in doing that. And it's a great thing to do.
So you actually work these discounts from AARP and get these to pass these discounts on to your members. Is that
That's right.
correct?
Yeah, we're a nonprofit, so we don't have shareholders to pay. We're at every stage where we can, we try to say, how can we pass as much of this negotiated deal on to our members so they can be the one that benefit? And it's so refreshing to come at it from that angle to simply say, we're going to help fulfill people's lives. They tell us that travel is important to them. They tell us that this is something that they want to make sure they do. And if we can help them save on the hotel room, and we can help them save on the rental car, we can help them save on that British Airways flight that they're taking, it's really a wonderful thing to do.
I just took a British Airways flight 2 weeks ago, and I should have called you up for some savings because it wasn't that cheap.
So, so you very much should have. I mean, our members can save up to $200 depending on the type of fare that they book. Um,
I missed out
it's
on that.
and it's really hard. You probably know better than most people how hard it is to get a discount on the air component of a trip. So we hold that one near and dear. It's great.
Honestly, I didn't know that you could do that because I thought that, like you just mentioned, there's discounts on hotels and so forth, but I didn't know about air. So next
It's a
time I visit,
rarity.
okay,
Yeah.
now I feel bad. I can't go back in time. I can only go
Well,
forward. So
you can
I'll
do it
remember that for
again.
next
So now you know, and now everyone watching and listening knows too.
Right, right. I'll have to wait a little bit and save for that next trip. But yes, I totally agree with you. So speaking of that, you said you can do these discounts. Are there packages people can buy? So let's say I don't travel that much, but I want to do this bucket list trip. Do they go through you for a package? I don't know the answer to that.
It's an important distinction to make. So thanks for asking the question. We're not a travel retailer, right? We want to be a resource for people to get information about travel. We want to be a destination for them to understand how to save a dollar while doing so. And then our goal is to pass them over to the supplier themselves to make a transaction. We do have an AARP travel center. Expedia powers it. And there's discounts on Avis budget rental cars within it. There's lots of hotel discounts. So it's a one-stop shop for people who want to use an online travel agent. And then we have direct relationships with Wyndham Hotels, Choice Hotels, Avis Budget Rental Cars, our exclusive rental car provider. We talked a little bit about British Airways. But if you're interested in a more traditional tour, Colette Tours does an absolutely tremendous job. Grand European. All of these are places that members get discounts, and they're significant ones. It's not just a couple dollars. You can save up to $250 per person on a trip with Colette. And we want to talk about like once in a lifetime bucket list trips. They're going to every continent in the world, the most exotic trips you can possibly think of, or more simple ones. And the days of kind of the idea that you're following around a tour guide holding up a placard,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
what the products are anymore. And so what a great way to travel where everyone takes care of all of how are you getting around to this city or that city? Like, take that off your plate. Go with Colette.
Yeah, I love that, and if you've got 4 people, that's $1,000 right there. But also, I was over in Europe, and they still have the flags, but everybody had little headsets on, and so
Yeah,
they were taking tours and not having to stop and listen to the tour guide and try to see if they could hear them. They all had headsets. That was really incredible. But, let's go back to some trends for people
sure.
50 plus. What are some trends going on for us 50 plus people?
What we observe right now that's really popular is intergenerational travel. People are busy. You think about the sandwich generation, and AARP advocates for people that are 50 and above, but anyone 18-year-old can join and get the discounts. But if you think about a young grandparent now who still wants to travel and see the world and spend time with the grandchildren, intergenerational travel is increasingly popular. You can kind of, maybe you bring mom and dad along for the ride, or maybe you leave them at home and give them a respite. But people taking their grandkids on trips is incredibly popular. Every time we do that survey, more and more people respond that they're interested in doing so. And what greater way to build memories and have special time than going somewhere and getting out of your comfort zone and getting out of your routine. It is absolutely something that we see being as increasingly popular with every passing year.
Well, when you think about it, you've got your grandchildren that are in, activities, and it's hard to pull them out, so if you can
Right.
grab them and go on a vacation with them, and then usually the grandparents pay a lot of times. That's helpful. You're spending quality time with them and actually
Sure.
just focusing on yourself as a family, which is so important, and I can see why that is such a big trend because that's my family travels that as well. In fact, that's where I was when I went on the British Airways. We did a mom-daughter, daughter, grandma getaway. So all 6 of us, 3 generations went off, and it was so special because we are going all different ways in life, and we are able to take that time together. So I think that's so important that you all are focusing on that and that people are focusing on that as well for the future. So getting back to that, let's talk about those, bucket list trips. Okay, we talked about that a little bit, but are they preferring domestic, international? I mean, when they do multi-gen, where are they all going? You said there's
I
all different types, but
There's all different types, right? And AARP is 36 million members, so you're going to get every answer under the sun. I think that if you take a look at the headlines about Europe and how crowded it is, it's by definition going to be popular, right? People are always going to want to do that type of trip. But given some of those headlines and you see the stories and you see, you might look at social media and see a famous destination in one light. But if you zoom out and take a look at how many people are there taking that same picture, maybe your experience is a little different. So we're big advocates for secondary cities. We're big advocates for finding ways to do a trip that you've always wanted to do, but put your own twist on it. Road trips, road trips in the United States. Every single year, we hear stories from our members about how enriching those are. It's fall here. I'm coming to you from DC. The leaves are changing. I mean, how good does a drive through Virginia wine country sound with a stay at a nice boutique hotel? These type of trips aren't as hard to plan. They are more spur of the moment. Perhaps AARP has people a little bit more in the retired end of the spectrum with more time on their hands to fill with these wonderful vacations and to do it at a time where the destination is maybe not as crowded. So you can go Monday to Friday, get out of town before the masses descend. The prices are cheaper. It's that flexibility makes a big difference.
and it's shoulder season right now, so I noticed that, like, I do like to go during the week if I can. I have older children, so I can kind of go off and not have to worry about that school schedule. But yeah, it's a sweet spot. The weekdays, better deals, and then the weekends as well. I mean, not weekends, but sorry, the shoulder seasons are also amazing. So I love the idea of a road trip because I do love
Mhm.
jumping in. It takes a lot of work to book a trip, to make sure everybody's got their schedule together, to get the flights. So sometimes just doing the road trip is spontaneous and you can make it happen and it's so much fun. Um,
It's fun. And what I would encourage people to do is take a look at aarp.org/save. Take a look at all the different hotels we work with. Avis Budget, if you don't want to put the miles in your own car for that road trip, get a clean, brand new one from them and take that trip with Avis because you can really have some deep savings. And the spontaneity, you said it yourself, the ability to say, all right, well, we want to go that direction and we don't have a strict agenda. That there's something freeing in that.
yeah.
So whatever that looks like to you, what we want to make sure we're doing for our members is giving them resources to save along the way as they take those kind of trips. Um, you know, People cite health challenges, people cite financial challenges. with taking trips. So figure out what works for you, and rather than dream about it, we just want to say go do it.
Go do it. That's like you just said it right there. Go do it. Don't think about it. Don't dream about it. Just actually make it happen. What was that Nike commercial? You
Yeah,
know,
just do it.
yeah, just do it. And it's funny. You're just talking about Avis. I actually have done that where I rent the car instead of taking my own car because I feel like, first of all, I don't know if my car might break down. I've got a good car, and then I could put the miles on them, and then you get the discount. And in the end, it actually is a better deal for me to rent that car for a road trip. I've discovered this over and over again. My father worked for Hertz for 25 years. He was friends with the Avis people, though, so don't worry. But yeah, but he would say just rent that car, even though we all had our own car at the time.
It's a great way to
So
do it. I mean, sorry to interrupt you, but yeah,
no, it's
and if you
yeah.
take a look at the Avis website, our members, if you book and pay in advance, it's 35%, up to 35% off. That's a lot.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's
A
a
lot.
lot because renting a car can be confusing. There's all different prices. You don't know, what to pick.
Fuel
But yeah,
charges. Yeah.
huge, huge. And I love the fact, yes, fuel charges. I love the fact that you're a nonprofit. So we know that when you're saying it's 35% off, it is 35% off. You're not trying to sell
It's
anything.
up
You're
to, in
just trying to help
fairness,
people.
but it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so now going from road trips
Sure.
to lately, everybody is going on cruises.
Right.
Why are they all going on cruises? I have an idea, but is that a big trend with you all and ARP?
It is a tremendous trend. We see it whether it's European river cruises. I'll tell you what I think the most popular one is right now is these wonderful cruises to Alaska. It is. I've seen the pictures from my parents who did it a couple of years ago, and especially here on the East Coast, I think you don't quite realize the grandeur that you're missing out on and the fresh air. So we work with Holland America, who just does an absolutely tremendous job of getting people up to that part of the world. And what they would tell you is that, sure, the ships are beautiful and the dinner is going to be tremendous, but they're not lazy rivers and rock wall cruises. They are intending you to get to the destination because that's the experience. And you're going to have a great time getting there. And AARP is going to help you get a discount while you do so. But the destination is what people have in mind. But you are super correct. Cruising, very
Oh
fast.
my gosh. So I went to Alaska in July. And
Okay.
I've traveled all over the place. I had never been to Alaska, and I did a cruise. It was incredible, and like you just mentioned, they took you to the destination. The cruise was lovely, and it was a vehicle to get there, but the scenery and the wild animals, and it was just incredible, incredible trip. Definitely should be put on a list. I also saw a lot of multi-gen, so a lot of grandparents taking their grandchildren, and a lot of history that they were teaching them. So they were having a lot of adventurous fun, but these kids were not knowing that they were getting education. I think
Sneak it
it
in
seemed
there.
like fun. Yeah, and I saw a lot of multi-gen families. So that's really cool to hear that, and I think Alaska should be on everybody's list because it took me too long to get there, everybody, and now I have to go back.
Well, you're
But
ahead of me. I haven't been yet, so now I'm inspired. I'm going to add to my
oh,
bucket list.
you have to. You have to. You see glaciers, you see things that, like, out of your window, you're thinking, "This cannot be real." It looks like a
That's
movie.
amazing.
It's still so pristine. That's what I think is incredible. It's not doesn't feel over touristed. Is
Mhm.
that the right word? Touristed. Yeah, it feels like it's just very authentic, which it is. And we just had an incredible time. So put that on your list, Steve, and you'll get a discount. I hope you get a
Done.
company
I mean,
discount.
how can you not use it, right?
Yeah, you gotta use your own discount.
Yeah.
Alright, so where can we find out more information? Do you wanna tell us more about, the survey or more ways that we can, that ARP can help with people travel this year and this bucket list, future that
I,
they're gonna book
I
that trip?
really encourage people. I mean, we've been talking for a few minutes here and haven't even scratched the surface of the content we have for people to consume to find travel inspiration, and to find ways to save as they're doing that. So I would really encourage people who are listening and watching, go to aarp.org/save. Take a look for yourself. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at just how wide and deep the discounts available to them are. And one thing we didn't talk about is that question of like, okay, well, how much does it cost me to get access to those discounts?
Oh,
Um,
I'm glad you said that.
a whopping $20 a year. for
I
for
know.
you and another member of your household, right? So that's, if you figure a lot of people are dividing it by two, it's even less expensive. If you purchase for more than a year, if you go to our website, you're probably going to see that there's an even deeper discount. So hopefully you're convinced now that this is not a big financial outlay. And you take one trip, you're going to pay for itself. And it's outside of, I know we're here to talk about travel, but it's outside of the travel industry too. Flower discounts, restaurant discounts, and plenty within the travel space. So you take one road trip, you rent a car, stay in a hotel, you send flowers back home, you stop at Denny's on the way. It's way more than paid for your $20 membership. So in my mind, it's a no-brainer.
Oh my gosh, and if you go Denny's on your birthday, do you still get that free breakfast too? So you really went out with the AARP discount. I think
Yeah,
you do.
I don't want
My
to say
husband goes
much.
every
I'm
year.
not sure because now people are going to be emailing me, wonder where their birthday discount is. But I know you can save every day.
My
If
sorry, I have a
you're
cough,
doing that
everybody.
with your card.
Yeah, my husband goes every year for his free birthday because he used to work at Denny's when he was 17. So, he probably brings his ARP card too, so you might be losing money on that one. I don't know.
Well,
But
that's fine by us. We want people to be out there using these discounts. So tell
yeah.
them to go.
Yeah, and it's like you said, what is it's $12 a year, right? Or 20
20, but
20 a year,
20,
but
but
it
that's
includes
a
your
household.
whoever partner or friend you have, right? And then sometimes you get, which I got one year, a bag, like a little travel bag.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a travel bag and I got the ARP card.
I may or may
And
not have
yeah,
a car organizer for those road trips that's AARP branded. So there's probably a little something special that
every so
AARP
often.
has every so often.
Yeah.
But take a look. But yeah, what better way to save and find those discounts? And people can pile them up. You know, you
Yeah.
add your AARP discount to your credit card rewards and the deal that's going on currently in the market. You can find ways to make these trips affordable at a time when life maybe doesn't feel super affordable.
Yeah, it doesn't seem super affordable, like, groceries are expensive, as we all know, but really experiences are something you cannot put a price on, and,
Good way to put it.
those memories that you have with your family and your grandparents, that's really the most important thing in the world. We can all have a new car, a new whatever, but nothing replaces those memories that you have with your family.
Those
So,
are the people
really,
tell
priceless.
about last summer's vacation and remember the time we went to and look at the picture when we were there and the things in life, people maybe not so much, but those experiences, that's what we're here to encourage people to do.
Yeah, and I think we're all realizing that after that pandemic. I think a lot of people have really thought about it and said, "We've got to take that trip because those are the memories that mean so much." And, yeah, like with my family, we sit there, especially because 'cause we're women, and we revisit the trip again. When the holidays come over, "Oh, remember this," like you just said. "Remember we went on the Alaska trip and so forth, and we did this." So it really is something that keeps on giving, and I love the fact that you guys are out there as a nonprofit, really being an advocate for all of us 50 plus, but
That's
also
right.
available to 18 and older if they want an ARP card too, which is
This
incredible.
is true. It's quiet but
Yes.
true. If
Don't
you're
tell too
over
much.
18, go ahead and join. You're absolutely happy to have you. And the money that we do generate goes to enriching people's lives and advocating for people 50 and over in this country. So it's a noble mission. It's wonderful to be a part of. And plenty of ways to save. We're out there negotiating for our members every day.
Well, I'm a proud member, and I am very thankful for all of you being out there and advocating for us 50 plus, for sure. And also, we like the discounts, so thank you.
Who doesn't like a discount, right? Who doesn't
Everybody
want to
likes a
save?
discount.
Yeah,
All right,
right.
so more information, Steve, because I have my card, so I don't need this information. But I'm learning so much right now. I'm going to go back and reread the magazine and also look into more of those discounts for my future. But where can people find out more information to join or get those discounts?
Head over to aarp.org, look for information on how to join. If you're curious about the ways we help our members save, just add /save to that URL. And there is going to be a surprising amount of information and discounts available to you. $20 well spent.
Yeah, and book that trip for next year because remember, everybody, experiences and memories are what matters in life more than anything.
Go
So
out there and
make it
build them.
happen. Yeah, just do it.
Just do
I
it.
took that from Nike. Sorry.
Don't tell.
Thanks, Steve. That was a great interview. And again, I'm just a member of AARP. I had no idea that you had all these discounts. I missed out on a bunch I've just discovered, but I'm not going to look back. I'm gonna look forward and start getting those discounts because you know me. I love a good discount. It adds up, everybody. Anyway, so thanks for listening today to this episode and for listening to Round Trip. For more information, follow us on Round Trip Colleen Kelly on all socials. You can also visit roundtripcolleenkelly.com for more information and travel articles. And if you'd like to get in touch, you can always reach us at roundtripcolleenkelly@gmail.com. And finally, if you like what you hear, please follow, subscribe, and leave us a comment here as you listen. And to all of you that have downloaded this episode, this podcast, I am so thankful to you, and to all future people that do so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so excited to be sharing all this information with you and becoming friends too. So thank you again and have a great week. And until next time.